Question number 10, Honourable Damien O'Connor.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Does he stand by his promise with regards to the families of the Pike River tragedy to do, quote, everything we practically could to get the bodies of the victims out?
Right, Honourable Prime
Mr
Minister.
Speaker, yes.
Supplementary, Mr.
question, Honourable Damien O'Connor.
Is the Prime Minister aware of the report by international underground mine experts Bob Stevenson and Dave Creedy, who concluded, quote, major hazards can be eliminated or satisfactorily controlled to ensure risks are reduced to as low as reasonably practicable using best industry practices, unquote. And another report by WorkSafe and Mines Rescue that there are no technical or safety barriers standing in the way to re-enter the Pike River mine drift. And therefore, does he consider any decision by Solid Energy to abandon plans to re-enter and recover the drift of the Pike River mine to make a lie of his assurances to the families?
Order, Prime Minister. Right, Honourable Prime Minister, any of those
Mr Speaker, I'm aware there's a wide range of views about the practicality and safeness of re-entry of the drift in the Pike River mine.
Supplementary question,
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Damien O'Connor.
Why did the Solid Energy representative who is in charge of the Pike River mine and the Chief Inspector of Mines lead the families to believe in September 2013 that a credible and feasible plan had been agreed to and work on the re-entry would start, and what has changed their minds?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, well, I can't speak for the company. What I can say is they embarked on that process because they believed it to be the appropriate course of action.
Supplementary, Mr
Supplementary
Speaker.
question, Honourable Damien O'Connor.
Mr Speaker, has the Prime Minister received a briefing from Solid Energy on whether it will progress the plans to re-enter the Pike River mine? And if they've indicated they will not, what will he do about it?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, personally I have not.
Question number 11, Dr Shane Ritty.